Hello everyone. As I told you, I was going to have a Sunday story for you every Sunday in the month of December. So this is the first story I am going to relate to you. This one is about an Advent wreath. Not any old Advent wreath, but in particular my mom's Advent wreaths. See, the thing about her is every year she would have this beautiful round coffee table, and she would take the time and put garland around it, and Christmas balls and Christmas bows and everything. And then she'd also put in her candles. Now, a lot of people, when they do Advent wreath, they put in 3 purple and 1 pink, or 3 blue and 1 pink. Well, the tradition in our family is to put in 4 red and 1 white candle. And of course the white candle is representative of Jesus on his birthday or Christmas. So anyway, but that's not really what I wanted to talk to you about. What I wanted to talk to you about was one particular year, and I think it was in 2009, but don't quote me on that because I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, my husband and I had gone out for Christmas to looking at the lights and stuff, and we were gone for quite a while. Well, when we got back, we were at my mom's house, and she was wide-eyed, and I'm like, "Mom, what's wrong with you?" And she goes, "You're never going to believe this." And she goes, "Did you see the coffee table out on the front porch?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "Well, go out there and look." So I went out on the front porch, and I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." And she comes back in, and she goes, "I caught the Advent wreath on fire." And I'm like, "Mom, how in the world did you do that?" And she said what it was she had lit the candle for that day, and she went to, after she said her prayer and thing for Advent that day, she went into the kitchen, and I guess she was cooking or something to that effect, and she just simply forgot about it. And so she had been in the kitchen the whole time, and all of a sudden she smelled smoke and saw flames. So she quickly ran into the living room where the Advent wreath was, and lo and behold, the whole Advent wreath was on fire. So, needless to say, she got some water and put it out real quick, and she said it was on fire so bad that she almost went to call 911. But fortunately, she got the fire out before it happened, before she had to do that. So when we got home, or got to her place, what had happened is, because one of the things she had is a plastic wreath inside of all the garland and stuff. Well, the plastic wreath had melted along with the candles, and so it actually melted onto the table. And not only had that happen, but also there was a black spot on the carpeting where I guess some of the fire had come off, and also there was somewhat a black on the ceiling because of the flames. Now, mind you, she also, aside from that, she also had pine cones on there, so it was probably crackling and everything. It was the craziest thing I ever heard. And the fact of the matter is, it was really sad too, because excuse me, because she had this Advent wreath for literally years and years. I remember parts of it as a kid. But here's the kicker out of all of it. She always has a nativity set in front of, or on top, or around the wreath itself. And the whole thing, you would have thought, since the whole thing was burnt, the nativity set would have been burnt. But the thing was, Not one piece burnt. Not one single piece. The nativity set was fine, and it wasn't even scorched or anything. So, do we call that a Christmas miracle? Maybe. I don't know. But I know for sure that it was the weirdest thing that I've ever encountered. Well, close to weird anyway. And I know in my heart it was a miracle. I hope you liked my Sunday story. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.